Yo, real shit, you need to not do this camera angle if your teeth are very obviously unbrushed for what looks like years at this point. I can see the sticky bacteria-ridden spit moving up and down inside this person's mouth. The choice is to put the camera 5 fucking centimeters away from your face. And now you're gonna ridicule the people, by the way, who are giving her money. So she's all up close and personal. The pearly yellow is on display to criticize the people sending her money because they want to know specifically where their money's going. That's ridiculous. What a joke. Claiming full disability over allergies. It's a silly thing to do, but some people are doing it. They think that being allergic to something means you deserve being under the disabled umbrella. Matter of fact, that might be the dumbest thing I've heard all week. If you try to park in a disabled parking spot and then you are asked by a police officer or a parking officer why you don't have like the guy with the wheelchair hanging from the roof of your car, and you say it's because you're allergic to like macadamia nuts, they're gonna laugh at you and give you a ticket. But people on Instagram, specifically this one person who has made rage bait content for the better part of a year now, has gone on to die on the hill that having allergies is a disability, and it's a disability that justifies not working and being a lazy piece of shit.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Cynical Reacts. I'm your dude, Cynical. Today we're gonna be
So, real quick, I know this video is made by this guy discussing a individual who is like being fake disabled, but I think the real disabled is anybody who gets a life-size cardboard cutout of themselves doing a soy face. This can't be normal.
taking a look at some clips from someone who says they are disabled and cannot work because of their allergies. That's right, apparently being allergic to various things is enough to disable this person to the point where they can't work at all. They've also made several posts begging for money.
No, I don't really have a job. Ew, why? I'm disabled.
Yeah, bro, again, this style of content where you have a fake argument with yourself and then you win the argument against the fake straw man who is sounding so stupid, I hate it so much. It's literally, it's a dumb person's idea of a smart person. If you think that someone winning an argument with themselves makes them a genius, you're the dumbest person this world has ever seen, right? And also, no one says, ew, you don't have a job. I think the coolest people on the planet are the people who are the least employed. If you're unemployed, if you're jerking off in the middle of a day on a Wednesday and then post nut, you hop on Counter-Strike or get the 10,000 trophies in Clash Royale, you're probably one of the coolest guys I've ever met.
How are you disabled? Well, I mean, there are a lot of ways. The first thing on top of my head is standing out here is my allergies. It's oh my god, allergies is not a disability.
It literally isn't, because you can take a pill and it goes away. They're usually considered disabilities under the ADA. Listen, I've never heard of the ADA. I don't care that they have decided it's a disability. I care about the practicality of labels and how they're being used. And yeah, I just think that it's silly to claim something that for many people can be severely inhibiting in their day-to-day life. Like we're talking about the absence of fucking legs or limbs, whereas you get sniffly because of pollen.
Have to agree.
Sure, so I did this really quick thing you can do, which is
asthma. I can understand if it's severe, but allergies, no. Well, yeah, asthma is different, right? Saying asthma and allergies, like you're making them into like a disability family, is stupid, because asthma is specifically something that you need an inhaler for, and it's genetic, whereas allergies can be seasonal, and oftentimes they're very easily treated, right? You know, you can't say that you're seasonally disabled. That sounds fucking retarded.
Search online, and I'm gonna go inside it.
Okay, so they looked up something online that says asthma and allergies are usually considered disabilities under the ADA.
But the main issue isn't that she's calling it a disability. That's a semantics thing. I don't care. Maybe it is a disability, maybe it's not. The problem is that whether it's technically a disability or not, you can't decide to ruin your life and be a lazy nothing burger of a person because you sneeze, okay? Like, even people who are disabled, they can't just do nothing and blame it on their disabilities, unless their disability is like something where they literally are a fucking potato. You know, even people who I know who have disabilities, they get out there and they make the most of things. They don't do fake Instagram rage bait content to try to win over support from the internet. And also, you have to really be stupid to not think that Instagram Reels, of all places, is gonna attack you for making stuff like this. Like, I almost think it's intentional, right? I'm gonna make some dog shit content and then post it on the platform where people are like the most critical of shit like this and the most like toxic.
Whether or not it's technically considered a disability isn't really relevant because allergies don't stop you from getting and holding down a job.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go inside and blow my nose and take my allergy pill because I literally can't breathe right now, and I already woke up with a headache, and it's...
All right, so your allergies are currently kicking up, and it's disabling you now, and you have to run in and take your pills, okay?
gonna turn into a full-blown migraine, which means I won't be able to function with the rest of the day if I don't take care of it right now. So you figured that out, and I'm gonna go actually, like, take care of reality. Cool.
Okay, so according to this person's own words, they have allergies that disable them. However, they're about to go take care of them by taking whatever pill so they don't get a headache and get put out of commission for the rest of the day. So one simple allergy pill prevents your allergies from putting you out of commission.
Yes.
Next.
Someone in my Instagram
Yeah, it's like literally, hey, I'm disabled. I'm gonna go solve the disability and then come back. Like, then just do that.
comments said that they hope that I get to experience pushing through pain to succeed. And they mean they hope I get a job. So they're just doing eugenics.
Is this real? Is this rage bait? Getting a job is eugenics? What? Man, I've heard a lot of silly things referred to as eugenics over the years, but this one takes the cake. Getting a job is eugenics?
I mean, it's not at all, right? I mean, we have to discuss survival of the fittest at a certain point and face the fact that a lot of these people are not going to reproduce, and they want to look for a constant excuse for saying that things are trying to breed them out of the gene pool, when the reality is they never had a chance of even getting in there in the first place, right? Like, you know, a lot of these people are never going to find fuckable people that are like them and then produce children, so they have to say that it's actually society's fault, and getting a job is what's causing them to not have kids, and you know, it's all eugenics. It's all a ploy to stop them from blowing up, and you know, some bullshit.
What? How? Isn't eugenics when you try to control how people breed? You try to stop inferior people from breeding or whatever? Like back in the day? What the hell does that have to do with getting a job? When you force people to get a job, what you're really doing is trying to create a super race of hard workers.
But it's really funny to me for them to say that to somebody who has been disabled their entire life
By allergies?
and is still alive at 34 years of age,
Allergies, like to pollen, will not kill you.
despite compounded disabilities
Are you gonna name any of them beyond the allergies?
and chronic pain.
Holy victim
and
card.
being born into poverty in the United States.
Right, so we're like all of us, man. You know, at some point we get to a certain age where we stop using all the stuff that happened to us as a child as an excuse to fail. I say you can only complain about and use your childhood as an excuse to fail up until the age of about 30, maybe 32. Around that age, you need to start realizing, wait a minute.
Well, I would even say that's a little too late. I think that's too generous. I do think if you're past the age when your prefrontal cortex fully develops and you're still using, we're talking about 15, 20-year-old in some cases, grievances that you have with your mommy and daddy, you have to grow up a little bit. You really do, because you don't live with them. You don't talk to them in some cases. They're not really a part of your come up or your downfall in any significant way. It's going to have to be a lock in and get it on your own sort of thing. Get it how you can, you know? And that's going to be on you. I don't understand. No one's going to come there, you know, from fucking Candyland and give you a magical golden ticket to financial freedom. You have to lock in. Like, all this stuff, all this, like, sort of grind porn that people see, where it's like, oh, I'm going to grind. You know, this hustle culture porn where it's like, oh, yeah, here's a car going in slow motion. It's so awesome. Let's all get rich. Like, all that stuff is appealing to the thing that you are never going to understand, which is the desire to become successful, the desire to look past the things that have held you down and to come out the other side victorious, right?
This is my life now, and I need to do something about it. And if you don't, and you continue to just make excuses, it just becomes your own problem at that point, right? My parents were cracked out, losers, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that does suck. And you can use that as an excuse to screw up for a certain amount of time. But eventually, you're going to have to start taking accountability for your own actions.
Yeah.
It is not the bad things that happened to me in the past that define me, but how I overcome them that defines me. I am not the traumatic
Who would you rather hear from? The guy who came from poverty and then brings that as part of his victory speech to talk about how cool he is? Yeah, I was born in poverty, but look at me now, bitch. Or the fucking loser who's like, yeah, I was born in poverty and how dare you expect me to win? Like, do you want the winner or the person who's complaining that you expect them to win?
Things that happened to me, I am the tough ass motherfucker that overcame all of them.
Can be multiply marginal. Like pushing through pain to succeed. My guy, I am surviving in the United States of America in 2025.
You're saying
I love how that's said as if 2025 isn't the current day, as if we don't have all the resources that generations previous never had, like internet, like the privilege that you have to go online and access Uber Eats and DoorDash, and you can literally call anybody in any country at any time. We have an open communication system globally that has never existed before that you can benefit from. You can work from home. There's infinity opportunities that have never existed before, and you're gonna say, I'm living in 2025. Dude, 2025 is fucking recruit difficulty, okay? There's no active war in the US. You're saying, oh, I'm living in the US in 2025. Yeah, then go fucking live in Gaza or go live in Ukraine in 2025 and see how bad the US is by comparison. I seriously don't understand why US is being said as if there aren't people running to our borders literally begging to be let in, you know? Oh yeah, if you hate it, bro, I guarantee you fucking Guillermo will trade places with you.
saying that like it's hard, when apparently you can get disability for sneezing.
That's also true.
I don't know why you're bringing that up. It's so hard to live in America in 2025. By the way, I'm disabled because I sneezed one time and the government is paying me. How do you survive?
It's so hard to live in the middle of Palestine in 2025 or Israel in 2025. Like, none of these places that have ongoing missiles in the sky are probably thinking when watching your video that you have it worse.
That's all my life is.
Getting free stuff and complaining?
Wake up.
Okay, so I don't...
Like, it's actually so funny, right? Like, the people who try to farm sympathy points from the internet for saying bullshit like this, they actually do it in a way that, ironically enough, shows how not unprivileged they are, or sorry. Yeah, exactly. So it's like they do this in the way where it's like, I'm disabled in America in 2025. It's like that's supposed to be said to farm sympathy, but all it really does is show you how easy it is.
Getting free stuff and complaining?
Wake up.
Okay, so I don't think this is satire, honestly. When somebody recommended to this person to get a job, they said that was eugenics. And that was so ridiculous that we all had a good chuckle and assumed it was satire, but I don't think it was. No offense, but it seems like you've never been through anything because you're complaining about literally nothing. It's very difficult to take somebody seriously when they call work eugenics. Next.
Oh, no, I can't tomorrow. I'm busy. Work. No, I don't have a job right now. I'm disabled. Oh, okay. What's your disability? What's my... Singular. Just one. Oh, honey.
All right, that gives you a glimpse into this person's mentality just a little bit. Somebody asked them,
My cock is eugenics, yes.
what their disability was, and they were like, singular? Just one disability? Oh, honey. So from their perspective, they are severely disabled. They have several disabilities. Thus far, all we've heard about are the allergies, so I don't know what other disabilities this person is even talking about. Next.
Why do you guys need to know what my disabilities are? Because...
Dude, her disability's probably like having a fucking like poop fetish or something, or like a foot fetish, you know? It's like she just eats so much poop and can't help it, and she's like, oh, my belly's full of poop, and that is something she is considering. I mean, it is a disability, but that's gotta be at a certain point, if you're putting poop in your mouth, that's on you, bruh.
Your disabilities are the reason you're asking for money.
Okay, you're also asking for money, so, yeah.
Like, let's be
why
honest.
wouldn't you
That's why her, I'm not gonna say it, but her teeth, they could use some work, and it's probably from all the poop eating.
tell us what your disabilities are? Is it literally just the allergies?
No, it's the poop eating.
Fess up. Capitalism is the reason I'm asking for money.
Oh, so
Start digging in your butt, twin.
working is eugenics, and capitalism is the reason you're asking for money. Okay. You understand that everybody in every country on Earth has to work, right? You get that, right? Because, like, if you didn't have to work, somebody else would have to work to pay for all the stuff in your house, right?
Yeah, that's the issue, right? So I feel like I do want to believe that healthcare is a human right, but the issue that I have with that, for instance, is that healthcare you know, caring for somebody requires the labor from somebody else. And you don't have a human right to somebody else's labor. And so I feel like when you say that it's a human right, it doesn't quite work, right? But I do think that in America as it is, with the amount of money we have in the government, that's sort of like waste and bloat, that could go toward making healthcare infinitely better. And I think it should. It definitely should. Healthcare for all sounds like a great idea. And honestly, I do think people who say it's impractical, I don't know if that's true. Like, it might be practical. It should be practical. If it's impractical, then I feel like it shouldn't be, because, you know, healthcare is the most important service the government can provide people, maybe apart from like public safety.
So you're putting somebody else out.
And, like,
so no matter
education.
where you live, you will have to work. I don't know why we can't accept that and just work. I don't know why it's so hard.
It's literally capitalism.
Okay, so in other countries that are not capitalist, nobody has to work. I did not know that. Okay. I love those little bit of mental tricks right there. Somebody asks you what your disabilities are, and then you're like, why do you need to know? And they're like, because you're begging for money and we have to know why you want it. And then your response is capitalism. How does our conversation where I'm asking you what your disabilities are eventually come around to complaining about capitalism? How did we get here? So your disability is the inability to deal with capitalism. Next.
Apparently a lot of people need to hear this, but I can't work and I don't want to work. Can exist at the same time.
Yes, and also, I don't want to work, and therefore I'm making up a bunch of BS excuses can also exist at the same time. In fact, a lot of people have those two things coinciding.
Yeah.
Take a burpee, Drew. Good luck with that one. I know it's gonna hurt.
Okay, so you don't want to work, and you also can't work, so it does...
Like, does she think she has fans? Because she does these little mic drop moments at the end of her videos that have to be intentional towards some ideal audience. There's somebody who she's like, that one, they're gonna like that. They're gonna eat that up. When I said, ooh, that's gonna hurt. When I tell them that I don't want to work and I don't have to work, can coexist, ooh, some people ain't gonna like that. Which means some people are gonna like that. So who are the people who are gonna like that? I don't get it. I don't
know
get
it's
it.
gonna hurt.
Okay, so you don't want to work, and you also can't work.
I don't
so
get
it
it.
doesn't matter if you wanted to or not. The funny thing is, a lot of people that are actually disabled want to be self-sufficient and want to work.
Yes, that's definitely true. But also, again, you're asking a good question, Whiff. You're saying, like, oh, who does want to work? Nobody really wants to work. Like, if you could live a lavish lifestyle and get that all without having to produce the necessary labor to gain the money to live that lifestyle and support it, then nobody would do it. But that's just not how it works, right? We wouldn't get things if that's how it worked. We wouldn't really progress as a society if people weren't working to make the progressions possible, right?
I think that's actually how you can tell the difference between somebody that's actually disabled and somebody that's just milking it. Somebody that's just milking it will constantly bring up their disability and say, I can't do anything because of that. People that are actually disabled will literally try to live their lives normally and be disappointed when they can't. When they can't go to a job and work and do all the normal stuff, then they will be disappointed. Next.
People want to know what your disability is because they want to know what you're going to do with their money. What does their money have to do with me?
Once again, begging for money.
You're asking them.
Yo, real shit, you need to not do this camera angle if your teeth are very obviously unbrushed for what looks like years at this point. I understand missing a few days, and if you do miss those days, then back up from the camera. I can see the sticky bacteria-ridden spit moving up and down inside this person's mouth, and that's because of the camera, okay? That's a choice. I'm criticizing the choice. The choice is to put the camera 5 fucking centimeters away from your face, and now you're gonna ridicule the people, by the way, who are giving her money. So she's all up close and personal. The pearly yellow is on display to criticize the people sending her money because they want to know specifically where their money's going. To, like, toward what? That's ridiculous. What a joke.
For money. You want them to give you money.
Right, because of capitalism.
Like,
we said
dude.
last time. This has nothing to do with the disability.
Jesus.
Yeah, but if they give it to me, it's mine, not theirs.
Dude, what? So you're begging people for money online, and they're like, okay, what's your disability? If you tell me, I will give you the money. And you're like, what? Once you give me the money, then it becomes my money.
Dude, this is the dumbest shit. She's losing an argument to herself. Can you guys see this? She's saying that when she gets money, it doesn't matter if the people who sent it to her are like, you know, sort of curious or cautious about where it's going because it doesn't, because it's out of their control, because it's not theirs anymore. That's so dumb. That's like a reverse sales pitch. Are you dumb?
And therefore, I don't owe you an explanation for what I'm...
Like, we're asking prior to sending it to you, where is it gonna go? And she's like, to me, so it's mine, so you don't have to know. Like, what the fuck?
gonna do with what? Bro, you are not very good at begging online.
Yeah, terrible at
I
begging.
knew this was a scam.
It's weird to constantly beg people for money and then also tell them that you don't owe them an explanation and actually this is my money because you gave it to me now. I'm sure you're getting a lot of donations that way. I'm gonna start a page asking for money for my disability, and then when people ask me what it is, I'm gonna be like, none of your business. I have an undisclosed disability. Please give me a lot of money. No, I'm not gonna tell you what it is, moron. This is actually my money. I don't owe you anything. I'm sure I'll make a fortune. Next.
You can spend all day making videos, you can get a job.
That's true. I agree.
My friend, out of Christ, that is not how disability works.
What am I looking at? Like, again, this dance, there's, like, again, you do this thinking that somebody thinks it's a cool dance, you know? What am I looking at?
Dude, I was getting all ready to dance along. And
I mean, the saddest part, I think, out of everything we've gone over is there's probably some black king who's cracking this at the end of the night.
stuff. I saw you getting ready, but then you did not hit me with the hot tracks, my friend. You disappointed me very thoroughly. Let's go again.
And by the way, like, let's not even talk about going and getting a job. Let's talk about being smart enough to where you can monetize your online presence beyond just e-begging. You do understand you can make money online incredibly easily. We live in a time where it is so easy to make money online, to become wealthy and to become rich. You don't need to be strong. You don't even need to be smart. You don't need any real talent. You just need like some roadmap. You need some amount of directions, and those directions are available for free on YouTube. You get directions from anybody on how to start an Amazon business, you can sell books, you can do content creation, you can do anything and everything. You just need to want to do it. This person doesn't want to do it. Not that she can't, it's that she doesn't want to, because let's call it a spade, guys. She's fat, she's malnourished, or I wouldn't say malnourished. Well, maybe I would say malnourished. When you say malnourished, you think skinny. You get where I'm going. She's unhygienic. She doesn't take care of herself. She's bitter, resentful, and unaccomplished, and I think is upset at all those things and wants somebody else to blame. Not herself.
Drop it on me.
My friend, out of Christ, that is not how disability works.
Man, come on. I thought you were going to hit me with the hot tracks. My friend, that is not how disability works. Available on Spotify.
Like, you literally have streamers who have Tourette's, a real disability, going live every single day for extended periods of time, knowing that at any second they could slip up and say something fucked up, out of their control, and they make it work.
Now. Man, come on. I thought you were going to break it down. Okay, after that dancing, I'm starting to believe that you are disabled. Next.
Did you know allergies are a disability? Oh my god, no they're not. You guys will make up anything to say you're disabled. You're just lazy. Oh my god, I'm looking at the sun and my eyes hurt. I'm disabled now, aren't I?
Somebody in the comments said when you're doing your impression of the person who is a moron, like right here,
Sun and my eyes hurt.
this is the only part where you're actually speaking rationally.
I'm disabled
Yeah,
now,
it's
aren't
true.
I mean, some people literally have a thing where they, with their eyes. Yes.
What?
If your eyes have a hard time looking at the sun, you're also disabled?
You would be. wrong.
You know what's so funny about these kinds of people is that they have to understand if everything and anything is a disability, everybody could claim being disabled. And so we're all just disabled, relying on somebody actually able to give us the benefits we want for doing nothing. You understand that? You should be kissing able-bodied people's asses for running a country and working a system that gives you free shit, for running the social media platforms that allow you to e-beg, you know? Stop doing these straw man arguments with people who want you to be normal and start going and thanking everybody who's allowing you to do nothing all day.
I'm not a professional victim like some people.
Okay, so in that little back and forth, someone was like, oh,
That's actually funny. She literally is a definitional professional victim. Her profession is being a victim.
can't see good or whatever the hell. I don't know. I started spacing out. And they said that that person was also disabled. Dude, I would say a disability is something that actually prevents you from working. I have a torn rotator cuff. I have a couple of hernias. Yet I've been working for years. What? Some people are literally in wheelchairs, yet they work. What? Somebody
Yeah.
in the comments underneath that video that we just
Obviously.
watched said that she sounded more rational and normal when she was doing her impression of the person who didn't get it or whatever. The person who's like, man, you guys will make up any excuse. That character was actually more rational and with it than anything that they've ever said thus
literally.
far. Next.
You literally said your disability is allergies.
Hi, can you back up, please? I said one of my disabilities is allergies.
Can you back up, please? What?
Next.
You literally said your disability is allergies.
Hi, can you back up, please?
Is there like no self-awareness at all? Like you've been literally 1 centimeter from the camera the entire time. Can you back up? Please. Holy fuck, that's you. That's you. This is you.
You literally said your disability is allergies.
Hi, can you back up, please?
Oh shit, owned. I owned the straw man by telling myself to back up. So I put myself close to the camera, and then I did a version of myself farther from the camera, and then I told the version of myself that was close to the camera to back up on the camera. Oh my god! This is cool if you're a fucking loser.
I said one of my disabilities is allergies.
Are you ever going to name the others, or are we going to keep playing this weird little game?
I'm not joking, bro. One of these days, I'm gonna just say Allahu Akbar.
Is this how you guys watch TV shows? Because I'm actually...
Are you ever going to mention the others? You just keep mentioning allergies. I don't know if this is rage bait. If it is, it's
Bro,
pretty
it's not.
good. This is like a grade A rage bait. Like, this is premium quality.
Is this how you guys watch TV shows? Because I'm actually concerned.
Is this how we watch TV shows? Because you haven't told us what your other disabilities are beyond the allergies.
Bro, I got disability to get bread.
I don't know. You're the one who hasn't told us what the other disabilities are. All you've mentioned are the allergies. Next.
Well, I'm allergic to peanuts. Does that mean I'm disabled? Literally, yes.
Okay, so if you're allergic to peanuts, you're disabled. Unless you just avoid peanuts, I would say. You know how you can...
You know, I don't think that works if they're doing the draft. They go knocking door to door, pulling you out of your home and telling you to serve your country. If you're like, nah, boss, can't. Yeah, I can't grab the AKs, man. I got peanut allergy. I know we're gonna go shoot some Middle Eastern people because of oil, but can't do it, man. Peanuts, you know? Peanuts. It's rough.
Stop yourself from being disabled by peanuts if you're allergic to them. Don't consume any peanuts, and then you can go to work like everybody else. A lot of people are allergic to a lot of things, and those people still hold down jobs.
So she's literally proving her disability is as benign as a peanut allergy? Yeah, unintentionally.
We sure our real allergy isn't to work? You sure we're not just straight up allergic to work? Because that sounds like it might be what's going on here. Next.
Hey, what's up? So we have a truck full of scrap metal, and we forgot that it's a holiday. It's Good Friday, and all of the scrap yards in our area are closed. So we are not getting a payout today, and we were banking on that, pun intended. Based on our experience and the prices we...
This is them asking for money.
Trans disabled siblings desperate.
As you can see at the top, it says emergency mutual aid.
Bro.
I love when people beg for money online and they call it emergency aid or whatever the hell. There's their Cash App and Venmo.
We estimate they would sell for us. We should have made.
Oh, that's so funny. Is Cash App the actual word, like shadow banned on Instagram? Because she had to use the $sign, and then Venmo she used like the Fahrenheit degree symbol. So that's interesting. Maybe she's like violating TOS.
About $75-80.
I thought you were disabled. You're out here picking up scrap metal and trying to sell it, and then begging for money when you can't.
Yeah, literally like a crack addict side quest, by the way. Who the fuck collects scrap metal and then sells it? Like, what? That's like some weird Borderlands thing.
Can't do it. So, are the allergies really preventing us from working?
Today's haul. Either one of us can work tomorrow because we have a class to go to, and I am volunteering on Sunday. And this is the only work he does. So we will not be able to make money until Monday.
Okay. I don't know why people always tell me, like, all the stuff that they're going through.
Like, again, like, if I get sick, you know, if I get sick for, like, a week with strep throat, or if I get the flu, or, like, when I had COVID, right? Let's say, hypothetically, I have to take off a week of streaming. Am I just gonna ask people to reimburse me for my time off? Like, I didn't give them the thing that I'm required to give people in order to make money. Like, it sucks that it's not by choice. Like, it's not something that I had control over, but that is just how it is, right? And if you had a normal job, you know, you get sick days and you get PTO, right? And so there's a lot of safety nets in place for normal jobs and stuff like that. You also get like, insurance, you get like dental and whatever. But in my world, in the job that I occupy, I have to give people something. I have to provide a YouTube video that has advertisements within the video, and the advertisers are paying YouTube to have their ads shown, and then YouTube gives me a cut of what the advertisers paid, right? If I'm not giving them the thing that I'm required to give them to get the money, I simply don't get it. And I'm not gonna go and act like it's anybody else's problem but mine. You know, it sucks. And if it was really bad, if I had cancer, then maybe I would e-beg, right? Because it's like literally, that's gonna cost probably 5 to 6 figures to treat, and that's gonna be a thing that I can't do by myself. But we're not talking about cancer. We're talking about, you know, like a week of the flu or something. And also, again, even if I had the flu or if I had strep throat, let's say I couldn't talk, right? I'm ill and I can't speak. I would still find a way to make money, right? I'd post one of those hour-long compilation videos from shit I've already made. I'd recycle some old content. I would, you know, you can probably find any, I mean, I'd have to think about it, but there's definitely ways to do it. I thought of one at the top of my head, you know? And yeah, it's not like this is life on impossible mode either. You know?
I won't be able to do this. I won't be able to do that. I won't be able to do that. When people start telling me all the bad things they're going through, I'm just like, why are you telling me this?
We spent the gas driving all the way to our scrapyard, about 20 minutes, and this truck is horrible on gas, especially when it's full.
All that sucks. You should probably do something about it.
So, if anybody can send, we need money for gas, pain management, and other things to get.
Notice how she also was, in this video, able to give a reason that she needed the money. Why couldn't she do this in any of her other videos? Like, she pretty clearly laid out why she needed the money here, which is what you should do when you're begging for money. If you're begging for someone else's money, you should tell them why you need it. So why did she get mad when someone else asked her why they need the money? I don't get it.
Through the weekend.
You need
This is like the least you can do when you're e-begging.
money for gas, pain management, and other things to get us through the week. What is pain management? So you want us to pay for your painkillers? Like opiates?
That's kind of funny.
Anything helps, but no pressure.
Okay, don't worry. I don't feel any pressure at all. Personally, I don't think I'm going to be donating to this. And it's hilarious that there you are trying to do work of some sort after going on various spiels about how you cannot work due to your allergies and other disabilities that you will not name. Personally, for me, I don't think that allergies are a disability. I think they suck, and there are various ways that we can manage them. Sometimes we cannot manage them, and we have to call out of work or something here and there, and that definitely sucks. But that's not a permanent disability that prevents us from working into the future. As we've just learned, this person is capable of driving a truck, picking up scrap metal, and taking it wherever to the scrapyard or whatever. So that is some kind of work. If you could do that, you could also go to Macy's and stock the clothes onto the shelves, or go work whatever other job, I would say. So I'm not going to be donating to that person's Cash App, but what about you? What do you think of the clips that we just saw? Leave a comment below. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel.
Yeah, great video. I've never heard of this guy. Cynical Reacts. Pyrocynical almost. Well, shout out to this guy. He's got some good content here. Maybe I'll look at some more of this. I'll give this guy a subscribe. We'll take a look at this maybe another time. But yeah, this person's been like all over Instagram doing those straw man content videos, and it's just so annoying. It's not rage bait because it's like, obviously they're really e-begging, so there's no bait. But yeah, anyway.